What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Camper Report. So today's going to be a pre-recorded episode. I'm right now filming in my car, which is a little bit interesting. It's late at night. Obviously in Denver. Had a pretty good day today. Went to um, the rec center. Probably saw the Westminster Rec Center in Denver, Colorado. Probably saw the biggest weight room that I've ever seen in my life. Just fancy stuff. So that was exciting, kind of like, I don't know. I've never seen actually a weight room that big. So worked out there, came back, watched the rest of the 49ers draft, and came here. So, guys, I don't have every prospect that they drafted written down. I have the top 5 or 6, and then I have one undrafted free agent that I kind of have been following for a while. So I'll break down those players. But later on this week, we should have some guests to kind of break down what the 49ers did and how they like the picks. And then we should also have some guests breaking down some more of the NFL and who were the winners and losers of the NFL draft. So all that good stuff for you coming today. But without much further ado, let's get right into it. And by the way, guys, before we start, I just had a video. Now, obviously, I've had shorts past 1,000 views. I've had YouTube shorts past 1,000 views. But I just had a YouTube video actually, past 1,000 views for the first time ever. So I want to say thank you. I had like over 1,000 views on that video today. It was on the Christian Gonzalez video. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. But let's get right into it. The 49ers, I actually really like this draft, except from the Jake Moody kicker pick. The first pick really to me was Jair Brown, was an interesting cornerback because again, he can play both positions. This guy played at slot 111 snaps in 2022, and then at deep safety he played 345 snaps. So he's played both slot corner and safety. But the thing that I think his straight line speed and his ability for man coverage is going to make him a day one starter on the Niners. This is a key pick because the Niners need a nickel cornerback. They need depth at that position. They had made a few free agent signings, but none of these guys are really going to be starters. So the safety room is going to be Talanoa Funga. It's going to be the guy oh my gosh, the older guy that we re-signed, number 31, that was really good last year. I don't know why his name is escaping me. And then it's going to be Jair Brown, safety from Penn State. This guy will probably start day one nickel corner. He can play both. He has really good man-to-man coverage skills. He has good straight line speed to get after the quarterback. Very impressive. Kind of, I like what Steve Wilks is doing. The cornerback room has been a problem for us for a while, and now he kind of addressed it in this draft, which I like to see. Some other stats: when targeted, his passer rating was 56.3. So the passer rating against him was 56.3, which is actually really good. And again, let's see here. He had a 4.65 40-yard dash. So I think against faster receivers, that would be a bad mismatch. But a box safety kind of guy slash nickelback corner who can blitz the quarterback, I love that as well. And he's basically, his measurables are average. He's 203 pounds. That's in the 40th percentile. He has 31 and 1/4 inch arms. That's 41st percentile. But to me, I think this is almost going to be a day one starter. This is an A+ pick. So moving on, we've got Jake Moody. To me, when I saw this pick, I almost freaked out. I was very dumbfounded that we got him this high. I thought he was going to drop to the 6th round. But maybe there was another team. We don't know. See, with the draft, a lot of fans and actually most of the media keep this quiet. Most of the media knows, but they keep it quiet. But a lot of fans don't know what other teams were thinking behind the scenes. Maybe the 49ers really thought, hey, there's a team in a few spots that are going to get him. We better pull the trigger now because he's going to go in the 4th round. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen. We've seen punters, kickers go in the 4th round before. So maybe the 49ers were thinking, hey, end of the 3rd round, maybe a little bit high, but it might be that there is a team that is looking for him, maybe towards the 4th round. So I hate this pick. I think it's an F, but I could see their reasoning behind it. Again, his short to intermediate accuracy is actually over 70%. He completed over 80% of his short to intermediate kicks. He's a consistent kicker, but he did miss over 50% of his yards of his kicks that are 50 yards or over. Now his long is 59 yards, so he does have a leg, but he's inaccurate when it comes to 50 plus field goal kicks. Other than that, he's very consistent. So we got a consistent guy to replace Robbie Gould. Next up, Cameron Latu, the tight end. Obviously, that was Jake Moody, the kicker from Michigan. Cameron Latu, the tight end from Alabama. Now, to me, we all wanted him to get the guy from Cincinnati. We wanted him to get oh my gosh, why is his name? The tight end from Cincinnati. You guys know who he is. I'm running on very low sleep. But anyways, the tight end from Cincinnati. Um we wanted him to get we wanted us the 49ers to get this tight end. But to me, I think I can quickly look up his name. Bear with me, guys. Um, Cincinnati tight end. So let's see here. Josh Wiley. So we all wanted us to get Josh Wiley, me included. Sorry, I forgot his name, but I was looking at Josh Wiley and I'm like, he might not be the best fit for the Niners, to be honest. I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's really just a pass catcher. He's almost like a slot receiver, and that's almost what Jawan Jennings is for. To me, Cameron Latu was the best option at this pick. That we picked him at 101, I believe. Pick 101. To me, he's the best option. I watched a little bit of his highlights. Again, I watched a little bit of his highlights, and he did have pass catching highlights. He's a good pass catcher. The problem that really plagued him was his injuries. So he's kind of like a guy who probably would have been a 2nd-round pick if he would have had more production, more injuries, less injuries. But he had all of those things, and so he dropped a little bit. But the 49ers took a flyer on a guy who could become a very good pass catching tight end. He also has a little bit of blocking experience there. So I don't actually hate that Cameron Latu pick. That's like a B for me. I don't. Again, a lot of these prospects, we like certain prospects in the NFL draft, but there are so many prospects that we don't cover, right? That when they are drafted, we're like, who the hell is this? My team didn't get the guy that I wanted. But at the end of the day, we don't know every prospect and we don't know how good every prospect is. And so if we would have been paying attention to this Latu guy, we probably would have liked him as well. But just you can't cover every prospect. You don't know what every prospect is like. And so the 49ers did their due diligence on this guy. I like that pick a lot. Derek Luter Jr. We got in the 5th round. From Southern Alabama. He's a cornerback here. I love this pick. Personally, I love this pick. We're investing in our secondary, but he's physical, really physical. In 2021, he allowed a 5.9 passer rating when targeted. 2022 is like 83. He actually had a better junior season than he had a senior season, which is interesting to me. But still, pretty good coverage corner. He played most of his snaps at outside corner. So to me, this guy's probably going to be a depth piece, maybe compete with Demondor Lenore. But I was looking at Darrell Luter Jr. before the draft, and I actually really liked what I saw on tape. He's a physical corner who can get up in the box and can make hits, rush the quarterback, and isn't afraid of contact, which is what we need as the 49ers. Fits the 49ers mold. Again, he was so. I mean, I don't know. This will probably be a depth signing, and then last off we have. Let's see. We have the Georgia edge rusher. Hold on. The Georgia edge rusher from the obviously the edge rusher from Georgia. We have I Georgia. I didn't look a ton into him, but I did look a little bit into the TCU edge rusher. So we get an edge rusher, and then the very next pick, we get another linebacker slash edge rusher, D Wingers, D yeah slash edge rusher from TCU. I like that pick a lot because I mean he's kind of underrated. He had 12 and a half sacks, D Winters from TCU in 2022. 10 passes defended. So kind of played linebacker slash defensive end, and also named the college football playoffs sorry, was named the MVP, like the college football playoff semis. He was named the MVP for that. So he was named the MVP for the Michigan game. In the semifinals, in the college football semifinals, he was named the MVP while playing Michigan. I remember this guy, number 13 from TCU. He was a beast. So that's an underrated guy. They got 2 consecutive defensive ends. And they also got 2 tight ends in this draft as well. One in the 7th round, one in the 3rd. But the guy that 2 names that I want to stick to before I get out of here is Ronnie Bell, the receiver for Michigan. I thought that was interesting. This guy, not a super speedy receiver, but definitely is a downfield. I mean, here's the thing. His 40 time, I don't have it off the top of my head, but it wasn't super fast. But when you watch him, I'm a Michigan fan, so I watched a lot of Michigan games. I've watched him his basically whole career. When you watch him, he is a downfield threat. They targeted him downfield. He's a lengthy kind of receiver that over the middle has really long arms, and so if a pass is slightly high or so, he can go and snag it. So for Brock Purdy, that's a good thing as well. He's kind of a security blanket. This guy, Ronnie Bell, would have gone 2nd or 3rd round if this guy wouldn't have been so injury prone. I remember watching him, and really, I think 2 out of the 4 of his seasons he was injured with career or season-ending injuries. So this guy dropped because of his injuries, and you know, this is the kind of guy where he has high upside, has long arms, plays fast, even though he didn't have a good 40 time. He's a good receiver that you can throw a screen to, and he's going to take it 13, 14 yards, and he's a decent downfield target. So that's a guy where take a flyer, he's an injury prone guy, but if he pans out, he's going to be a top receiver. So I don't hate that pick. Would have liked to see them get a tackle in this draft, but they did get an undrafted free agent, which it's interesting because I'll talk about Joey Fisher now, the right tackle out of Shepherd, which is a D2 school. I made a video about him about almost 3 months ago now, saying this could be a late round guy that the 49ers get. It was, I think, before the NFC Championship game. Joey Fisher from Shepherd. And I said this could be a late round guy that the 49ers could get. And so the 49ers actually got him as a undrafted free agent. And all of a sudden, my video that I posted 3 months ago was one of the only videos corresponding to the 49ers on YouTube. So my video just starts blowing up with comments, and I'm like, what in the world? And then I look, and we had signed Joey Fisher Jr. as an undrafted free agent. So, hey, maybe I influenced the 49ers to draft this guy. Either way, quick recap on this guy before I get out of here. Not super mobile, but has the work ethic. This guy, I know, is going to work his ass off. He came from a D2 college. He really hasn't been recognized. Was invited to the Senior Bowl because scouts loved him so much. That's gotta say something about him as a person. So I think hard work ethic, very powerful dude. When he latches his hands on you, you are down. You are gone because he is a very powerful right tackle. Maybe not mobile, but powerful. So, he's not going to be a starter, but he's a practice squad to swing tackle at the most. But I could see, I mean, he played both left and right tackle, so he could be our swing tackle, and he has a lot of experience. I believe he started all 4 years at Shepherd. So has a lot of experience. I don't think this is just a practice squad, guys. Beware. Joey Fisher is up next. I guarantee you that he's going to be a swing tackle next year for the 49ers. Hard work ethic guy. High motor guy. Love that pick. So, guys, this has been a late night kind of show. I'll try to get this posted as soon as it possible, but go have a good rest of your day. Thanks for the support, everyone. This is great. This Denver trip has been quite interesting to say the least. I'll brief you guys on it when I get back to my hometown. But guys, have a good rest of your day or night. Um, yeah, it's been a blast this draft, and I'll cover it more next week with some guests who are more knowledgeable than me. But we'll see you guys again later. Goodbye. I'm not sure why this is not ending. What the hell? This is interesting to say the least. End the broadcast. End the. Oh my gosh, this is a failure. Okay, I'm gonna try to get off here, and we'll see if. Okay. Well, see you guys.